Mental resistance. I'm Dennis Cappel from Cappel Training and Shoeing. I appreciate all of you watching the YouTubes that we put up and going along, and the comments that you make especially. And just wanted to talk to you a little bit as I'm riding this horse. This horse that came in with, as usual, most horses that have been ridden come in here with some bracing issues. And that whenever you would take a hold of her face like I've got right now, she would just stick her nose straight out and pull on your hands and want to slam her feet in the ground and just quit moving forward. So I'm basically holding fast to a clear mental picture here of walking straight forward and relaxed, and I'm offering just enough resistance in her face at the moment to get her to tuck her nose, and when she does, she puts slack in the bridle rein. I'm going to turn and go straight across the barn right here. Now right here, she just started pushing on my right leg just a little bit as I directed her to the left here. She was going to drift on. This is why it's so important to get these horses between your legs and get them to yield from the slightest your slightest suggestion on the side. And when you can put a leg on and that horse just instantly moves off of it like she did right there, then we've got something we can help a horse to be in the correct position that we need him to be in to do any kind of a maneuver that we want to do. How do we get that? That's the thing. When a horse first feels pressure, they want to push into pressure. That's their normal mode of handling pressure. So when I ask them to do something, I'll apply just a slight bit of pressure. And when I say pressure, I mean I'm talking about a tension that wouldn't break a weak rubber band. I'm not talking about really forcing anything on them. You see this horse just kind of drifting out to the right there. She was moving. There you go, and then she stepped her hip back underneath, away from my right leg. She's starting to move it out again. And I'll put it back in. I want her to move her shoulder slightly to the right and her hip slightly to the left as I'm walking on this circle. And she's pushing forward into the bridle, and she's pushing to the right against my leg. Now she's off of my right leg, and she's stepping around there, so I'll just let her walk in freedom. So I just ask for little things like that and wait until they show up. And then see her drifting to the right here, so I'll put this right leg on. She's drifting through my right leg. I'll just hold it on there. I'm not wanting her to turn. I just want her to get off of this leg. And when she did, this is the most important part right here. They've got to feel that release and feel that reason for yielding to what she first didn't understand or didn't want to agree with, was that little bit of pressure. Now, any kind of pressure that you apply to a horse should come with it a place for that horse to go to find complete freedom from it. If there's no way for that horse to find complete freedom from whatever your aides are asking, you're better off to not ask. Because right here, I just want her going forward, tuck her nose, walk straight forward. There we go. I'm going to turn to the left. I'll first look that way with my upper body. I'm going to look and to the left and go straight across diagonal in this pen right here, just straight. And I'm feeling for her either to go and testing the right boundary, which she is right now, testing the right boundary. There, she's off of it. She's in complete freedom. Get here, I'm going to turn left. So I'll first look left. My left shoulder comes behind my right one. My upper body went to the right side of the horse, and that told her to bring your front end to the left. This horse is accepting my legs now pretty good. She's accepting my hands pretty well, and she's getting in a position where she's starting to let me. Right here, when I asked her to turn left, she wanted to go this way, so she was pushing through that right leg. I just caught her there, got her off of it, and now I'm going to ask her to step forward. She's wanting to back up. She's not. There we go. There we go. She got off of my right leg. She was moving forward freely. Just let her have some freedom here. Let her search down. I don't keep them in frame all the time. I'll ask a little something of them and then let them have it back. Ask a little more of them and let them have it back. It's in this time right here where a horse will build confidence in you, and that kind of takes the drudgery out of being ridden. Gives them a place to go. And she's looking to the outside, so I'm going to use my left leg here and left bridle rein and get her to look back to the inside. I think it's really important that I keep her attention directed where I want it to be, not let her. See right there, she wanted to go through this leg, so I just fixed it right there in that step. I'm going to ask her to step up here into a trot. Yeah. She's resisting my leg. She wanted to go away from my legs left and right. Got just a little bit of contact with her face right now. And I've got that bridle moving just slightly across her tongue. She's pushing off to the right. See, she's running through my right leg. When the speed picked up just a little bit, she kind of lost a little focus there. She's tight against my leg. She's not trying. She's pushing into my leg instead of getting off of it. And if you notice, I'm just lightly bumping right there, keeping that light bump going, waiting for her to find her way off of that leg. Left, because now she was pushing through. Now she's right between my legs, going straight exactly where I want her to go. She's in complete freedom. Let's make a turn up here and see if we can't come across that pin to the straight, pushing out to the right again. So I'll get my right leg involved. There she got off of it. Right leg and left bridle rein. My upper body's on the right side of this horse, helping her to stay to the. Now she just ran through my right leg there. Freedom out here. This is a horse that has learned how to use a brace and go into pressure as a tool against the rider. So let's set it up again. Make that left turn. Let's get her off of that right leg. There we go. Now she's a little bit bent to the left. I want her looking where she's going, so I'm going to use my left foot just a little bit. Not so much that she thinks she's got to escape. If I just quit right there, I'll train her to run through my leg every time I get on her. Stay right here. Let her have a reward right here. Just sit here a minute. A lot better here than it was right there. Let's go again. Typical for this horse going to the left. Her weak side, you tend to want to avoid issues more going to the left than she does to the right. Sit here when she feels my there, very nice. Now she got off my leg nicely there. I'm going to stop right here. Because she yielded back there, I'm going to sit here and just let her. Now she's letting me. I'm asking her to move to the left there in a lateral fashion. Now she's pushing back into the right leg again. Pushing there, she got off of it. So now we're going to go forward. Let's get forward here. Soft in that bridle, going forward and not braced. Not braced. Make this trip one more time here. See what happens. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. That time I did not have to use my right leg. She came off of it. She's looking a little bit to the right. I'm going to soften her nose up. There we go. Very nice. I'm going to keep going. She wouldn't let me keep going. When I asked her to turn left right there, she just threw her hip into my right leg instead of coming around here. Pushing on my hands. I'm asking her to get forward into that bridle just a little bit. Stay soft. Stay soft. Don't push out there. Don't push out there. Here, just running through that leg. Get soft. Get that. Mental resistance. The correct lead. I'm going to just go here and travel. Keep traveling. Keep traveling. Keep traveling. Get soft. Get soft. I'll let her walk right here. Freedom. Letting her walk right here because this is a spot in the pen that she didn't want to come to. So I loped her around through that spot, and when she found that spot, she found freedom. I'm not asking her to trot here. She's rushing. She's just a little tight. Now she's in good shape. Right on. I'd like for her to soften up just a bit in the face. I don't want her looking to the right. I want her looking to the left, traveling to the left. Let's turn left without throwing her. Oh, nice. See, that time she made it through without shoving her hip out there. Pick that trot back up. See what happens. Horses are creatures of habit. So every time I turn over here to the left, she's been trying to drag me off to the right through the middle of her body. So I'm prepared for that. Waiting, I'll take that. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. She's traveling along just nicely. Very nice. Very nice. But what's nice is that she's not pushing into my leg. I asked her to, now she's pushing into my leg. I'm going to get her hip over there. Bring that front in. I'm going to just trot a circle here in this and use my left leg only. She's running off through the right leg right now, but at least I can get some forward motion without just trot here until she comes back on earth. And then I'm going to set up, get on the outside of her, and see if we can come around there with a better attitude, not pushing into my right leg. Very good. That time she came on through. So here's the reward and the freedom out here. Reward and freedom came after she started going forward with a better attitude. Get that hip over. I asked her to just yield. That's pretty nice right there. See her yielding off my right leg. I'm gonna go over here. That hurts. Just stop right here. So this was a reward for her yielding away from my right leg there. Let her just sit here. Just turn to the left again. Very good. Now just walk on. So what she's dealing with is not uncommon at all. She's learned how to run through pressure and go through areas where she doesn't think she has to because she's been allowed to some place in her life. So all she's been doing here today with me is testing that boundary. And you see how I'm getting steps of agreement here right now because I didn't let her go through the boundaries, but I let her find freedom in stepping away from them. Let her find freedom in yielding to my aids. See how nice and soft she got right there. Now that was pretty nice. I'm gonna sit here for a little while longer. Let her find reward in that. This kind of stuff gets developed when a horse doesn't think they can find relief from pressure. And when the pressure, when they find a place to get away from that pressure, and they can be in a good frame of mind, then positive changes start taking place in their mind. And instead of irrational, emotional thought pushing through my leg, now we've got a horse that is thinking logically. She's comfortable going forward and on her way to becoming a useful riding horse, where if you just take a hold of a horse and they just pick up and run through your legs and your hands, they're not useful. You just can't get anything to work because they're just busy pushing on your legs, pushing on your hands, and not real willing about letting us do anything with them. See how nice and softly she let me ride her away there with the same attitude that she had going straight forward when she feels my right leg come on, and I keep her just stepping correctly and the leg yield to the left, which is forward, hip going left, looking to the left, traveling forward at the same time. When she makes those steps like that, she's in complete freedom away from that leg. So that's where you're seeing the change in attitude take place. I knew exactly what I wanted her to do and didn't let her do what she thought she could to get through it. And on the other side of that, we've got a horse that's trying to be good here today. So I think that's a good quitting place for her.